Alright, have no fear. Your boy Adam is here. I'm never gonna do that again. That was hella corny. But I'm back. I was so close to not recording this video. I don't know why. But it's only been 5 days. How am I gonna lock already? Like, I gotta lock in, man. Like, wake up, bro. Wake up. Anyways, today I had two ideas. One, I had to scrap it because it was formulating in my brain, and I thought about it. I'm like, should I give it to him? I was like, nah, bro. This one guy, it has to go later. It has to go later. But today we're gonna talk about why smart people lose. Yep, you heard it before, and you heard probably a lot of cliches and like kind of the whole merry-go-round of just smart people think too much and they think way too much. That's why they lose. And that is right, but not fully right. And that's not the reason I'm going to actually talk about why smart people lose. Smart people actually lose because a lot of things built up. It's because they were taught as kids or brought into circles with their families, and they were told that they're going to be someone. They're going to be an engineer. They're going to be the first millionaire in their family. You're going to be the Matrix. You do all this stuff. But that's a whole lot of baloney and crap, because once you get into the real world and actually building businesses, it's less about being smart and more about just being fast. And not just fast in like what you do, but fast in your actions to decide on things. When you fully decide on things, you don't really put up a whole mind map. You don't make a plan about the plan of the plan to make the plan, and then do the plan, and you have to make a plan for the plan. Or let's translate this in AI terms. You have to make an agent for the agent to manage the agent. Then the agent of the agent checks the agent, right? So everyone's talking about agents all of a sudden, right? Anyways, back to being smart, right? Being smart is not the old traditional 1+1 is 2, the smartest chess person, the smartest person who can memorize stuff. Because if memorizing stuff, everyone would be successful. Everyone would be rich. Everyone would have a Bugatti. Everyone would be driving in a Bugatti, going downtown in the Bugatti. I'm never going to say that again. But the point of what I'm trying to get to is you hinder yourself, and sometimes it's not your fault. Right? You've been brought up this way. You were taught this way. You were told you're going to be someone, and you pressured yourself to be that someone. And then some people make it to be that someone. Some people just break down by the pressure and just don't make it. And they lose. And a lot of percentage of people, they lose because they think way too much. Look at the top people on the Forbes, like old oil companies, like roofers and like tradesmen. Side note, I worked as a tradesman for a little bit. I worked as a pipe fitter. I didn't know what the hell I was doing. I was just bolting screws. I was just doing a whole lot of baloney, to keep it real. They did this one thing where in like hot seasons, when we had like a project, they would just call it dog fucking. It's a term that these tradespeople say. So when they're effing the dog, okay, and it just means you're just hiding for endless hours and just doing nothing. Like you do like the bare minimum, and they just walk around. But yeah, I think I just ratted on a bunch of people. Okay, so please don't get me. I don't shoot me. All right, I don't know. Maybe I had some more energy today, but the idea of being smart, big idea of just, where am I going with this? Okay, even me right now thinking about all this is literally a prime example of overthinking. Like, the main point of what I'm trying to get to is stop thinking too much and just do it. Stop making these plans. Stop making these little color coordinated things. Stop trying to be the person that's so structured. You need structure, yes, but to start, you just need to go and just keep going and learning. Go out there, hunt, come back, figure out another plan. Go out there, hunt, plan, go out there. And now with AI, with all the information overload, and every single TikTok influencer and their mothers are now certified specialists because they watched a YouTube video and tutorial. Like, don't, like, F them, bro. Forget about everything and just go. Get a hammer, get a nail, and just keep hammering it until you find something good. Or until you build that shed. Alright, so less complications and be straightforward with yourself. Be real. Set expectations for yourself and say, am I just being way too smart here? Am I just looking at all the possibilities rather than just ripping it off like a band-aid? If you're a business starting off, especially for me, what I notice is that the hardest part is actually getting in sales motion. Picking up the phone and calling, reaching out to people, going to events, shaking hands and kissing babies. That is the most important part. And for me lately, it's been a distraction with AI and everything, of fear of missing out. And you hear your favorite influencer talking about, if you don't do this, you're behind. You're missing out. You're not missing out on nothing. These old boomers have a tile business that's doing like $10 billion gazillion dollars just selling tiles. And it's simple, and it's stupid, and it's boring. While you're trying to be the first agent platform for OnlyFans models. Stop trying to make it complicated and make it simple. Because dumb people are winning more than smart people. Us smart people, and I don't even want to say us, because I'm not really smart. But stop thinking that you have to be the same person that everyone told you to be. And just be the person that you're trying to become. Did that even make sense? I don't know. Okay, anyways. I tried to get real for a little bit. And then my thought pattern today was a little bit weird. So don't judge me. And I went over 5 minutes again. But okay. Hopefully you enjoyed that little spiel. Again, my name is Adam. And logging out today. Peace.